Hi, welcome to another episode of 5 Business Rules. I'm Nicole.
And I'm Monica.
And today we are talking about 5 tips for public speaking. I was at a meeting earlier this week and they were talking about the fact that public speaking really is the number one fear for a lot of adults, which kind of blows my mind because I love it.
Me too.
But it was a reminder that some of these tips could be useful to a lot of people. So number 1, look good, feel good. I mean, this sounds, I'm like, if you're not, it doesn't mean you have to be a fashionista. But if you're not comfortable in what you're wearing, you're gonna, it's gonna come across. Yeah. And when you do look good, or you feel like, you're gonna be more confident, you're gonna come across stronger. And so that doesn't mean that, your frumpy jeans that are really comfortable and you hang out with, that's not like, that might feel good, but look good.
You want to look
be.
professional,
Yes.
right? Because your appearance is going to be tied to your brand.
Mm-hmm. And I should caveat, I meant to say this in the beginning, but public speaking is not necessarily just, giving a presentation, right? We think about that. Interestingly, like the things that came up in my meeting is they were talking about bar mitzvah speeches and bridesmaids toasts and all that. But what really stood out to me is when you're at a networking event and you have, those 2 minutes to introduce yourself, that is public speaking.
Yes, absolutely.
And that right now, and that's going to bring me into our tip number 2, which is know your audience and know what they want. One of the things, like, I've gone to so many entrepreneur things and it's so obvious who is new at their business and who doesn't, because they tell you everything that in hopes that like something's going to click with them. But really what happens is everybody's eyes are glazed over and they're like, are they done? And so quick and to the point, tell them what is relevant to them. Not everything that you can do, not why you started your business. Tell them what's going to be relevant to them.
Yeah, those are for follow-on conversations. And funny enough, I went to a networking event last week that was like speed dating, speed networking. So we'd sit at a table of 8 or 10 and 10, and then we'd move tables. Anyway, there was a few people, and this is interesting. They'd been in business. I mean, they were experienced. They'd been in business for a long time, but they didn't know how to speak about their company. Now, this is another video called Value Proposition. Look for it, find it. But yeah, absolutely make sure you know exactly what you want to say. Be prepared. Be prepared.
And number 3 is say only what you need to say. Now, we just talked about networking, but again, we're talking about a speech or whatever. Don't droll on. Now, sometimes you're going to have like a set 15-minute slot that you have to fill, and that's fine. Don't droll on to 30 minutes. Don't, if you can do it in 10, and then be like, hey, let's go get a drink. Everybody's everybody's going to love you.
Or time for questions. It really is important to leave time for questions.
But I think some of us, like, we feel like we have to fill in so many, like, we have to almost authoritate or validate what we were saying by like giving extra. Make it short, make it to the point, because really whatever the speech is, like, you're trying to tempt somebody and get their interest so they'll come talk to you later, whether that's networking, whether that's at a conference, whatever. And so keep it short and simple. Number 4, run it by somebody. And that means, like, I could call up Monica and be like, hey, can I do this? This might also be my husband, who is actually, interestingly, a fabulous resource, because he does he does something totally foreign to what I do. And so when he's like, I don't understand that, my old instinct was to be like, well, that's because you don't do marketing, but then I'm like, well, I'm not talking to marketers. I need to make it so that other people can understand it and that he can tell me if it's relevant or not.
Fantastic tip. So if you want to run something by someone before you go out there and do your public speech, look for someone outside your industry.
Yes. We all say the grandma test, but like, it's relevant, right?
Yeah.
If she can understand it, everybody can understand.
Yep.
And number 5, and this is going to be random, but this is more practice, but practice in front of a mirror.
I do this.
You will feel like an idiot staring at yourself.
Yes.
But if you can give it to yourself, then you can deliver it. But it's all, somebody said, they don't do it in a mirror, but they tape themselves, because it's really relevant to hear how you sound. Are you umming and ahhing and what have you?
Or you might have a twitch that you don't know about.
But it's
you did something with your hair. You could tug at your clothes, which ends up getting distracting.
Right. And so it is. It's a way to practice, but don't like sit in a dark room. I do this on, like, if I'm going to a networking event, I sit in my car and I'm like, okay, what am I going to say? And I roll it out that way. But if this is a first time or new, it's actually really helpful to see yourself.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Good luck. Speak well. Speak in a video and reply to us or something.
Yeah, send us a video. Send us a video
That
comment.
would be so much fun.
That would be so fun.
But if this was helpful, we'd love some love. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.